Greetings and salutations everyone, I'm Mac. This is Let's Play Croc 2. In the last episode, we're in the final stretch. We have to make it through Goo Man Chu's tower if we want to defeat Baron Dante, and this level, I do actually remember getting very stuck on it. It doesn't help that if we game over, we get set back to 5 hearts. And unlike every other level in the game where we'd get kicked to the hub world, we don't get that here. If we game over, then we just get set back to here with 5 hearts, so we'll only have 5 hearts for future attempts, although we did actually start off with pretty low hearts this time around. Those metal platforms have such mean timing! This will crumble! Instant death if you touch the goo. Also, the goo respawns after death, but not normally. Because I waited for this one metal platform, I wasn't able to get through in time. How about that? And now the music fades out so it can loop. I guess they just fall out of the pipes when they see you drawing close. All these weird green pillars. I see, it's an ambush. Oh, they don't have a stomp animation, so they just go for the tail attack one because they don't expect you to try and stomp these guys. Okay, we're definitely not gonna need this gong. Because this is going to be another stretch of climbing. Oh, I saw that. That was sneaky. This time it's up here. It's good that they have those green arrows. I might get lost otherwise. Okay, and now it's this side. I'm not entirely sure how I'm supposed to time those parts. I suppose you could tell how close we're getting to the end by the crystal collection we've got, but no health this far. We only got the healing from reaching 50 crystals. I can understand why my younger self got stonewalled by this. I did beat it eventually, but I feel like it was many years after the fact is the problem. I suppose I should point out the other thing that I got stuck in the ice world was I got stuck on Roger Red Ant, but once I did actually get past it, so then I was able to make it through most of the game until Goo Man Chu. I then got stuck on the waterfall stage, but I did eventually get past that, and then I got stuck on this. This isn't really a boss fight, this is just an enemy gauntlet. It didn't even give us 100 crystals! We're going into this with 2 health! So I should point out, there is a sneaky glitch, I guess? Glitch slash bug slash cheat, where for certain attacks, you can avoid damage entirely by getting stuck down here, but it is kind of by getting stuck in that little passage that we just came up. But it's very difficult to do, and I don't know whether I want to risk doing that at 2 health. So he's going to chuck fireballs at you, and summon stone dantinis out of the rocks. Who will grab the professor and interrupt his progress of moving the crystals into position. Every time he does that, Baron Dante teleports to there, and then he does this. He's also spitting fireballs at us, which don't have very nice draw distance. The professor teleports back in. But if you can position yourself properly down at that position, position yourself on that roadway, then the wind will actually trap you on the corner. The fireballs will never hit you. But you have to be in the right position to actually do it, and yeah, there's not a lot of time to get into that position. This is his original. I don't think it's identical to his original theme in Croc 1, but it's very clearly inspired by it. Fortunately, these rocks act as very good cover. We're 3 crystals in. I can't see! Ooh. 0 is still a hit. When we're at 0 health, we're still kicking. Oh, we're at 0 health now. These dantinis will hurt us. I think though, if we die, we get sent right back to this boss fight. Just at 5 health. He won't do the gust attack anymore because the professor is... Once the professor puts that final crystal down, he's done. 5 hits for the final boss as opposed to 3. I suppose that matches up with how original Baron Dante took about 9 hits, or 4 depending on which version you want to think of.
Aloha, 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 aloha.
Well, that didn't last long. Also, the hang glider theme is the credits theme. It's such a feel-good ending, and then suddenly, I hope you did 100% completion, just in case, even though the game doesn't actually give you a chance to get that fourth puzzle piece, unless you actively go out of your way to pick it up before starting this stretch, that final stretch of the game. And then you have to do one of the Incan levels twice. Technically, the Incan world isn't as short as you'd first think with 2 levels, because then it has 2 levels after that. But still, the Bride of the Dungeon of Deep Fright isn't that long. It's just really annoying how stingy it is with crystals. Goo Man Chu's tower does feel lengthy enough to be its own level, so let's call it 3.5 levels rather than 5. Technically, fighting Bone Dante twice does mean that we have a boss and mini-boss still. But I don't know, I sometimes wonder if I think this game may have had a tiny bit of crunch, which is why the last world was a tad underdeveloped. Oh well. Like, I feel like I should be giving thoughts on the project, but I know that I'm going to have extra stuff. There's going to be a second credit sequence when I beat the secret world. But also, there's no guarantee that this will be in this game. So, compared with Croc 1, I think that they made some good steps. They made some good changes. This world feels more lived in. It feels less like a series of randomly lined up levels that could have been shuffled around. Every level has purpose. Like, you're not just going through it, collecting things, and then getting to the end. You've got, go find all our treasure chests, or go help this gobber who's trapped in a cage, go find the key. Go catch the thief. Who's go catch the thief? Help me find the crow that stole my pickle jelly sandwiches. Like there are actually, it does have a lot more narrative than Croc 1. But at the same time, it legit does feel like a shorter game than Croc 1. I know. Oh, good gravy. It's a good thing that we have that golden gobbo level ahead. And it does feel like an easier game, but this is a kid's game after all. So, this is perhaps the most uninspired secret level. It is just a maze. And I spent a very long time trying to find this one out when taking my notes, I can say that much. On the upside, there are absolutely no enemies in this maze, which means that if we take our time, we can get our 100% heal back again. Actually, wait a minute. I wonder if buying a heart pot counts as a full heal or not. But yeah, look at that. There's only 2 heart pots in the entire game, so if you want more, you will have to buy it. That said, we have 15,525 crystals, so we don't actually... where am I going with this thought? We definitely ended the game over budget, so you don't have to save that much. It's just the starting stretch when you only barely have enough for... The starting stretch is where it's difficult, especially if you're going in blind and don't know what gummies you need. Like, I think every level needs at least 1 clockwork gobbo. I don't know whether there's a level that has 2, but I know that it felt like every level needs a clockwork gobbo. But that's the thing. They don't. Sure, it does feel like there's a clockwork gobbo in every level, but you don't need a clockwork gobbo to get the color crystals. Just the 100% crystal. Which, despite my jokes early in the LP, isn't a thing unless they decide to do that for an achievement in the Croc 2 remaster, which is coming out at some point. I think if I get to the Croc 2 remaster, I will actually buy the heart pots because, while I've proven that I can beat this game without buying any, it's not particularly fun. Also, yeah, it's the baby gobbo music. I mean, the environment matches up. For it, but I don't like the music that much. It's sad. At least the waterfall music sounded adventurous, even if it is a terrifying brick wall of difficulty for young me. The problem. Eventually we're going to run out of crystal boxes to show that we've already gone down certain routes. And I know from testing, this is not one where you can find the exit just by hugging one wall. The puzzle piece is in the middle of this nonsense. It isn't on the wall, it's in one of the corners, so it can actually be kind of hard to find. But I'd also like to pick up the 100 crystals for the heal, so please. Like, they did a good job of making the world feel lived in. But it also feels like there may have been either some information or time crunch and the levels don't feel as good as a compromise or unfortunate side effect or whatever. Okay, that's the key. that's the puzzle piece, but I want to get all the crystals first. So there's the giveaway for you. You need to look for the bridge. You need to look for the bridge. The jigsaw piece is on the other side of that. I suppose there are a few landmarks here and there. I just need one more crystal crate and then I can go back for it. Yeah, this isn't a featureless maze. There are things that you can use as landmarks to find your way. Or at least tell where you've already been, but still a confusing mess. Okay, no crystal crate over there. That is the entrance. Do not go through that. You will lose all your progress. Oh wait, no. This is a... There's more than one bridge in this area. Okay. Let's look at my notes. One face in a corner. Turn 2 corners for 4-way intersection. 2 faces looking to text on wall. Mark it on right. Puzzle piece on left. Okay, this is the corner. Turn 2 corners for 4-way intersection. I guess this is the 4-way intersection. 2 faces looking to text on wall. There. The market is on the right. The puzzle piece is on the left. So yeah, that was actually a good guide that I left for myself. So long you've forgotten how long it was, right? So yeah, this is the hub world, but it's got Dantinis in it. Not all these doors will be open. Bye bye. Not all these doors will be open, but some of them will be, and they lead into a much nastier version of the first level. We're going to need... Yeah, the level layout is the same, but as you can see, it's gotten quite difficult. Also, the cave is missing. So it's not a one-to-one replica, it's just similar. Okay, yeah, we have to push it over there. Similar enough to be uncanny and disturbing with the difficulty spike. But on the upside, we do get to hear this old music again, that's nice. Key? Oh, he's back. Yeah, you need to know this stomp jump if you're gonna get this far. The actual goal in these levels is to collect a color crystal. You get kicked back to the entrance when that happens. I guess you could go back in if you wanted to, but I don't want to. Swap Meet Pete's house is locked up. Yeah, it really does feel like they had budget constraints or time constraints at the end. So here's the egg. It's in a cage that has 5 crystals on it. 5 color crystals on it. I think you can guess what we're trying to do here. Because this final stretch level is just a lot of... The thing is, I don't think I'm going to be getting there's going to be any chance to get my health back. So every hit counts. This was supposed to be the Golden Gobbo door. I don't know what we're doing here. You'd have to reset if you didn't use the stomp jump to get up here. This is the end of the game though. Of course they're not gonna make it easy. As you can see, the boat is not here. There isn't a crystal in the boat area. Darn it. Hits matter. Also, Souvenirs of the Squids area is not available. There's no safety net this time. At least we don't have to make our way back. The balloon is dropping us off right where we need to be. 4 crystals, we're almost there. There's no indicator to show that you've already collected, whether you've collected crystal in an area yet, so try to remember where you've been and where you haven't. It's not a Golden Gobbo portal this time. It is... The cage is broken. And now we're dropped off in the ice world. So, Golden Gobbo area locked off. Ice caves open. And it leads us to Roger Redant, because of course it does. Baron Dante isn't gonna make sense with his things. I was about to say, well, this isn't very difficult, but no. We have to take these narrow corridors with the slippery tiles properly this time. Actually, it feels like all of them done in a row, but forcing you to take more difficult routes. I'm legit wondering whether we'll be able to do this because there haven't been any hearts, so we are going down each time. Roger Red Ant and the train section are open at least. Man, how come Roger Red Ant gets to have 2 parts? That's a very mean place to put the pipe. And you're much shorter than I remember. We're gonna need that key. Oh, thank you. Oh, actually they aren't the red ones this time. That's interesting. We're past half an hour, but there's not enough for another episode, so we're just gonna keep going. I forgot about how much I hate the ice physics here. Okay, this is a problem. I was hoping that Stomp would keep me safe. It didn't. Yeah, I think we're gonna see our first game over. The thing is, I don't trust tail attacks on the ice anymore because for some reason that's kept throwing me in the wrong direction. We almost beat the game without a single proper game over, just the ones where we quit. But unfortunately I just got a touch too confident. I'm sure that if I had bought the extra hits, then it would have been fine, but honestly, I'm fine with this game taking a pound of flesh. It's not supposed to be easy, it's supposed to be the end of the game, the secret world for being better than the average player. What are we expecting? Oh man, this version of the world doesn't have the rebuilt snowman. Anyway, here's where the egg is. Lava Lamp Larry's shop is shut. Yeah, Lava Lamp Larry is the gobbo, not the monster. I was not expecting them to hit us with this again. They didn't do any of the other vehicles. I guess they really wanted the final exam of Snowball. I don't like that they start out so close to the door. And this is the actual ice caves area, go figure. A long chain of breakable boxes. Cage open, go get the egg. And now to the lava area. I'm pretty sure this door is gonna be locked, but we might as well go check. Yep. The first hub world that could kill us, and actually not the only one because you could always jump off into the bottomless pit in the... So that's what your front door in this world looks like. But yeah, as I was saying, you could always fall into the abyss in the Incan world if you were so inclined. The Unga Bunga Tower music for some reason. I mean, probably because this is based off Unga Bunga World, but what I'm saying is, we went into the forest. Why is it sending us? Did we go into a cave instead? Down to that 0th hit again. So we definitely couldn't have made it through even with 9 lives. I guess that's fair. But I get the feeling we aren't going to make it through this one. Okay, this at least connects to the right place, right? Darn it! I was doing so well. Well, as well as you can be for having 0 lives in the final zone. Those blow darts, although they're technically more energy blast than blow darts, but they're a lot bigger and faster than you expect. Crusher, grinder, feels a bit overkill, huh? So Venus Von Trapp is locked off. But the Golden Gobbo door isn't, and it leads us to Unga Bunga Tower again. So, what level are we getting in the actual Unga Bunga Tower? The fire level, because of course, who wants consistency? Although, not the red Dantinis for some reason. Which I can't say I'm too beat up over because red Dantinis are annoying. Let's not let the bridge stay on fire, thanks. Gonna need this. I don't know which way that platform is going to form platforms to walk on. Croc and your ladders. Although, technically we never use ladders, they're always walls with footholds on them. Okay, here's the water. I guess the key dequipped it or something. Fun fact! The water in that cauldron is boiling. It will hurt you if you touch it. Don't touch it. And this leads to the mine, because I guess more of the memorable parts of levels in this was... Oh, this is a much harder railroad trap. I knew there was... I guess this is why I was confused. I didn't say it out loud, but I thought, huh, I remember this being much worse. That's because I'm clearly thinking of this part. But yeah, the cave world just has more memorable parts in the caves. Which makes sense. I actually don't remember where the egg was, so it's a good thing that it's out in the open, huh? Because there aren't 5 things. You have completed the game 100%. Well done. Is this the end for Croc? You'll have to wait and see. Oh, that hurts. That hurts a lot. Because there was never another Croc 3D platformer. There were a few weird Croc spin-offs. I think there was a Game Boy Color game. And some 2D platformers, but there was never a true Croc 3. So yeah, it does actually hurt. But this is the exact same problem that Croc 1 had, where the secret 100% ending isn't nearly as satisfying as the true one was, except for the fact that they throw in that last, oh, here's a twist, you'd better go get 100%. So, we know that Baron Dante is back, but we are not giving him comeuppance, we're just retrieving 3 eggs, even though we saw he only stole 1. That was weird. I'll give this, I love it in games when there's a secret world that's all the world themes of the rest of the game, but now at super endgame difficulty. I do like that, and I get the feeling that I felt that way because of Croc being a formative part of my youth. And yet, I can't help but feel a tad disappointed by that ending. But let's be fair, it's not like this is Kitsune Tales. I still think this is a good game. Now that said, it might be nostalgia, but still, I think this is a decently well put together game. It's just that it didn't sell very well. And there's this thing about reviews that always got to me where, okay, so I remember a video essay, an essay review, I think IGN, where they said, this game isn't that good, it's just Banjo-Kazooie. Specifically the second game, not the first. And that confused me a bit, but also it felt ingenuine that they just aren't giving the game a proper chance. Now that said, I've never really played Banjo-Kazooie, so maybe if I played that I'd understand where they're coming from, but a project for another year. And then there was this one reviewer on YouTube that I remember that did something else, because I went into the video thinking, oh, nostalgia, sure, I'll enjoy it. They gave up on the game. They gave up on the game in the pirate world. And they said, yeah, I don't like this game, but they didn't even give it a fair shot. I don't actually know who it was that gave that review though. Part of me wants to say Kendicarus, but I don't know. I can't say for certainty, so I'm not 100% certain. So I don't want to specifically say, yeah, I hate that review specifically. This game has decent challenge. I was surprised, but if there's one proper complaint that I have with this, it's the Golden Gobbo portals. The fact that if you die in them, you get kicked out, or if you die before getting to the Golden Gobbo portal, then you lose that chance and you have to redo the entire level to do it. I don't like that. It feels like, it feels a bit like padding. And some of those, they are not I need to stress this right now. The Golden Gobbo portal, the Golden Gobbo trials are not equally made. The last one we did was impossible to fail, and it was just hit this one switch to open it up and then move on with your life. But then you've got ones where you swing from ropes over a bottomless pit while using breaking boxes to find your footing. I did the most retries for Golden Gobbo portals in World 2. What does that say about the difficulty scaling for the Golden Gobbo portals? They're weird, that's what it says. But yeah, I feel like this game does have decent difficulty for what it is. I did game over. It might have been in the secret world, so getting that far, it probably does speak to my old reflexes kicking in, but we're not here to toot my horn, but it's not absolutely easy. The fact that you can't... The change in life system is what made it easier to get the game over this time. Because the only time where I really struggled in Croc 1's Let's Play was Croc's Interactive. And that's only because of that one Dantini at the start of the level where you don't have any crystals to protect yourself, so his attacks are a one-shot. And you've also got that very difficult platform to get past first. Where am I going with my train of thought now? But no, because this one has the live system, where you've got 3 of 7, where you've basically got several hits but you've also got a hard cap on how many hits you've got per level. And you do actually have to go back and grind should you want your health back. Which isn't a thing you can do for that final stretch of level, I want to repeat. Okay, so the heart pots are actually a full heal. Good to know. They're different games, I think, is the most important thing about the difference between Croc 1 and Croc 2. They were made with different mindsets, different mentalities, they have different weaknesses and strengths. But honestly, looking back, I still kinda like them. Maybe they aren't grand design. The things that they did with fire in the third world weren't exactly fair. Oh, if you want to re-challenge the final stretch, you just go through that door there. But yeah, they're both different games, but I'm still glad that I played both of them, and I'm glad that I let's played both of them. I think that's the important thing that we're going for now. So, also, the crystal cap is 9,999. Yes, I do know that because I would grind on the early levels because I couldn't beat the later levels. I think that might actually be it. I can't think of anything else I want to talk about for the game. There's only one thing left to show. So, once we get to there, but I should probably also do my wrapping up stuff. Yes, you can go to the next world if you want to go back to the super difficult Dante world. No, we really are ending the game. We never did this Question Gobbo's rematch properly. You don't get anything but being told Croc is the coolest, and Croc is the coolest. So then, I guess next up we go back to Disgaea 4. I've had my palate cleanser. It's time to charge back into the fray. Oh wait, you aren't the one that vanishes, it's the one that you meet at the very start of the game. Huh. Well, either way, this is a good place to end the game, where we started. Disgaea 4, we've gotten our palate cleanser, we're going back to Disgaea 4 with all the crashing that'll entail. So, until next time guys, bye bye.